Well, hello, good morning and welcome to Camilla and I. I'm Mark Cooper and today we're finishing my 50 greatest tips tour of Salisbury. So today we've ended up at our local industrial estate, Churchfields, here in Salisbury. Quick flip you around, show you what I mean. Yeah, we're in this, well, I suppose you could call it the industrial area of Salisbury, if we get an industrial area. And today with Camilla we're at a nature reserve, believe it or not. Down here we go from industrialisation to nature. So here we are today on Camilla and I, literally 20 yards from an industrial estate here in Salisbury, Wiltshire, UK. And yeah, a quick flip you around, show you what I mean. What a marvellous little location, absolutely incredible. Just at the back of Churchfields, amazing spot with the River Nadder flowing downstream towards the centre of Salisbury. And along here we get kingfishers and yeah, all the usual suspects. Beautiful. So we'll crack on here with the first tip of the day, which is stillness. It's very important in wildlife photography to stay still, and yeah, this is a key element in wildlife photography. The ability, first of all, to keep the camera still, all the support necessary, but also yourself. It's amazing what will come to you in a particular spot if you don't move around, if you stay perfectly still. Stillness is the key. Tip number one from, well, I think it's tip number one, it's tip number 45 in our series of 50. So if you haven't watched any of the previous episodes, you've missed something. Go back to the start. And tip number 46 from this area is care for your environment. I mean, we don't go eco mad on Camilla and I, but obviously we do use Superbike as much as possible. The old eco-friendly electric bike. It certainly replaces a car in our household, but also we do recycling. While we're on Churchfields, this is our main recycling dump area as well. So any little bits you can do for the environment always help. So yeah, we're not climate change enthusiasts, but because we also have to live in the environment as well. But we do our bit to maintain the environment where possible. So tip number 46 is care for your environment. Well, the kingfisher's just shot past, but too fast for Camilla and I, and it went high up in a tree. I think it saw me. So nice though. And I suppose a photo from this location. Well, to be honest, I don't come down here often enough, but I will show you a kingfisher shot taken very near to this spot. Okay, so photo from this area is of a kingfisher. Well, here we are at a local beauty spot between Lower Bemerton and Harnham, referred to locally as Broken Bridges, because there's a series of bridges which are in various states of repair between Salisbury and Harnham. The first tip from Broken Bridges is going to be include some of your environment with your subject, and try and give your subject some context. I know this is not always possible, and a lot of times we are trying to isolate the subject, but occasionally it's really good to get some environment with your subject, some context of where it is. So yeah, link to a photo with some environmental context. Well, as we're motoring along the path here on broken bridges, lovely little path, yeah, I'll give the another tip, which is take short little bursts. I mean, you can do just individual still shots of a static subject, but any movement in the subject, it's well worth taking a series of shots rather than just one shot. So yeah, bear that in mind. Short bursts are better than just one shot. Also, one might be slightly out of focus, and you could get a shot that's more in focus with a short burst, a repeated short burst. So you take one short burst, they could all be out of focus, and then take another short burst and they might all be in focus. So yeah, short bursts capturing action in particular. Awesome. Well, you won't believe me, guys, but yeah, literally I was staring down a deer down this track a minute ago. Just a couple of seconds ago I was staring at a deer down this track. Obviously no chance it saw me and went across, but let's see if we can get in the field over to the right. Wow, one artistic shot of a deer out of focus. That's what artistic means. Wow, tip number 49, getting near the end of the tips, and yeah, tip number 49 is reflection. Reflect on your day's performance and what you got right, what you got wrong, how you would have approached the subject differently another time. Think about going back and doing it better. But reflection. Reflect on what you can do with that photo in the future. Can you make it better? So yeah, tip number 49, reflection. Do look back on the day and see what you could have done better. And I suppose a reflection shot from here better be a subject in a reflection, or at least it's got some reflection to it. Yes, I suppose to end this greatest wildlife tips tour of Salisbury, my hometown, I suppose the biggest tip, and probably should have started with this one, is don't be afraid to fail. Fear of failure in wildlife photography just stops you starting. Oh. All right. Yes, fear of anything is the killer of invention, without a doubt. Don't be afraid to fail. You never know where your opportunity comes. I mean, you don't have to have the best equipment in the world, like Camilla and I, but you just have to start. And some people just never start because they fear they're never going to be able to master it. So yeah, just start local. Just start with basic equipment and yeah, get out there. Get out there. Fear of failure, don't let it hold you back. We all fail. So yeah, link to yeah, well, that last shot was pretty much a failure, but yeah, link to some failures that yeah, failed shots. So don't be afraid of failure, because we all fail from time to time. So that concludes my greatest tips, 50 greatest tips video. Hope you got something out of it, and hope you can add some of your own in the comments below, please. Obviously we haven't got a monopoly on the tips, we do tips all the time on Camilla and I, so do follow along, and at least one tip a week is given away in our wildlife photography. So yeah, please like, subscribe, and yeah, enjoy more from Camilla and I. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye from Camilla and I.